And all these people are here visiting here, so I thought it was very exciting about the spike in the collections. But many more blessings for you and your family. Truly a matriarch of her family and of so many other people. So, thank you. Now back to Lazarus.
I'm honored to give this toast and to speak for all of the people gathered in this room and some who could not be with us today. All of us have been touched and influenced and loved by you, Mom. And we're here to celebrate your birthday 90 years ago. Mom, I see your life divided up into 3 parts. And again, if you'll bear with me, I'd like to talk a little bit about each of those 3 parts. In the first part, I see a young girl on 79th Street in Maryland and Cottage Grove Avenues, playing with your friends and your sister Mary Ann. Your sister Kay was still a little too young to join you. You roller skated, you went to the movies when you could scrape together a dime per person for admission and candy. You ran errands for your parents' flower shop, sometimes taking the tram across the city with a special order. You took piano lessons. You spent your summers at the pool at Grand Crossing Park, just a few blocks from home, and you learned to love life. In high school, you agreed to go out on a blind date arranged by your friend, Jack Clark. And to show you the importance of the Clark family to our family, my middle name is Clark. Okay, so you went on a first date, and although it had some awkward moments, you kind of liked the guy, and he did meet your bottom line requirement that he would at least be tall. You continued dating and eventually fell in love with Harry Fitzsimmons Jr., as he did with you. You were married at St. Francis de Paula Church, just a few blocks from where you grew up, and thus began the second phase of your life. In a period of 13 years, you had 8 children, 4 boys in a row and 4 girls in a row. You loved being a mother and a housewife. One detail that sticks in my mind is the row of laundry baskets in the basement, all organized, and the constant hum of the washer and dryer. You passed your enthusiasm and your energy and your faith on to us. And I remember our home on Paxton Avenue in South Shore, and our school and parish at OLP, Our Lady of Peace, and it was here that I learned to love life. This busy, happy phase of some 23 years was interrupted by the tragic, sudden, and shocking death of our dad and your best friend, Ann Carter. Though this happened over 45 years ago, I still think of Dad and pray to him, and I know that I will see him one day again. Thus began the third and longest phase of your life. As you pulled yourself up from the ground after this devastating blow, the world had changed. You are now a single parent with kids in grade school, high school, and college, and no source of family income. With incredible courage, you kept our family together, kept everyone in school, and took your first tentative steps in the real estate business. In a sign of God's grace, you found that you enjoyed interacting with adults. years of focus on your kids. This new business environment was stimulating and challenging and helped to soothe an aching heart. And of course, we all know that you became a success in real estate, to the extent that in your 90th year, you still get the occasional call from a house seeker or a seller who wants you to represent them. Down through the years, as our family has spread out all over the country and even internationally, you continue to support us at special times. At graduations, like Matt's this past June. And soon, Joe and Ed will be graduating. And perhaps even Leslie, I think, will be graduating. Also, engagements and weddings, like Caitlin and Ryan, and Carmen and Mike. And births, such as Rory and Sean. And even in sickness. And I want to mention some folks who have gone before us. I want to include your parents, Ray and Mae, and Dad's parents, Harry Sr. and Lydia. Your sister, Marianne, Victoria, and Jay. Also, my wife Sonia's sister Elsa and her mother Consuelo, and others dear to us that I have not mentioned. Our faith assures us that we will one day be reunited with all of our loved ones with great joy in the presence of our Lord. Finally, Mom, a great saint once said that the glory of God is a life fully lived. Your life and love continue to touch us all. At this, your 90th birthday celebration, we love you and are grateful.
Thank you. Let's see. I've been rehearsing this, so first of all, dearest family and dearest friends, I'm so overwhelmed to have you all here. You'll never know what this means to you. And to quote Mary Garvey's brother-in-law, her brother-in-law Dan, whenever she started a story, he would say, "For God's sake, Mary, be brief." So, to remember Mary's words, I am going to start with a poem, short poem. Dear Grandmama, with what we give, we humbly pray that you might live for many, many happy years, although you bore us all to tears. That's Hilaire Belloc. That being said, I am so proud of each and every one of you. I am overwhelmed at your goodness and the grace that our Lord and Maker has bestowed on this family. It's just unbelievable how beautifully you've all turned out, how good you are, how smart you are, how moral you are, how good you are to each other, and to see you all standing here just yapping away as friends, it's overwhelming to me. You'll see what I mean when you get to this age or to this situation for yourself. Appreciate it. And for the effort that it took for all to get here, and those who probably didn't want to be in the church, etc. I really appreciate that. I have to point out David May, who is one of my new grandsons, and Ryan Wacker. And Dave, at Carmen's wedding, was one of those who wore a yarmulke in her honor, and in Michael Rosenblatt's honor. I'll never forget it. Okay, so that being said, just thought you'd like to know that I can't believe I'm 90. I feel really like only 70. It's just an amazing thing. And as I say, the grace that has been bestowed on this family is overwhelming. Now, When I was a little girl, and there were only my mother, my father, my sister Kathleen, Kay, and Mary Ann and I, we were the only relatives of each other. So when we go to Rochester, we had these dozens of cousins. And I remember clearly when I was about 10 or 11, sitting at my Aunt Lily's kitchen table. There were 3 boy cousins and their sisters, 2 girl cousins. They were laughing and joking and having the best time. And I said to myself then and there, I'm going to have that someday. And here you all are. And all I can do right now is quote Simon Schama, who said, "You are an embarrassment of riches." True. Now, most of you know Marion Clark, my darling friend who's sitting over in the corner. You've heard about her, but some of you have not. Marion and I were classmates in high school, but we didn't know one another. We had a class of 250 girls at Mercy High School. And I always kid Marion that she was in the smart group, and I was in the choice. So I got to St. Mary's College as a freshman, opened the door, and who's there but Marion Clark, Marion Cannon, my new roommate. And from that day to this, she has been a major blessing in my life. And just for a moment, Chris and Sally, would you please stand up so everybody can see you, just for a moment. I just want to tell you that Chris and Sally are the oldest of 16 children born in 14 years to Marion and me.
The oldest and the youngest. I'm the youngest. The oldest and the youngest.
What did I say?
The oldest.
The oldest and the youngest.
Yes.
The firstborn, and then Sally's the baby of the last. So you can imagine the conversations, the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads that we shared over these years. Okay, we're coming to an end. I'm sure you'll be happy to hear that. I want to introduce 2 new members of the family here that maybe some of you don't know. Here with you. Ryan Wacker is my new grandson. And David May is the other new grandson. And you all know my sister, Kay, who has been my teacher, my shoulder, my listener, my advisor on exercise and health of all kinds. Just been the glorious person in my life. And my brother-in-law, Gene, has been the brother that I never had. And then Ann Holzmeister, their daughter, came all the way from San Diego for this party, not to mention all of you. So I think I've said it. Oh, and my 2 nephews, for God's sake, Michael and Tom are here. And so the rest of you know each other, and I thank you for everything you've done, all of your lives. To me, I take it as an honor to me and your father while he was alive. God bless you all.
Lamar. Nice. Smile. Stay. Good cheer.
Someone get a piece of cake instead of making Charlie in.
Charlie, put your hand right here.
That's cute. Just what we want. 1, 2, 3, smile. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Can you walk?
off this page. This one.
Kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Now, Chris.
Bless you. May the dear Lord bless you. May the dear Lord bless all of us. May the dear Lord bless you.
Blow out the candles? Charlie, come on, blow out the candles.
All right. How are you?
Get a little closer.
Three, smile.
Hi, everybody. Perfect. Gotcha.
No.
Okay.
RX 350 that everyone has.
How's everything going?
She's got to be like 2. She's like 2. She has her hair in like pigtails. You've got your hair like pulled back like this in pigtails? Yeah. I haven't watched the video in a long time. I don't know what it's like. Oh! Of course it is.
Kids are still awake.
Are they really?
They just turn off the TV. That's more
How does it know to give that ball back?
It's called Dearest Family and Dearest Friends. So overwhelmed to have you all here. You'll never know what this means to me.